Originally conceived as an electronics manufacturing company, it can be easy to forget that Casio didn't always make watches. But look everywhere from film sets to red carpets to fashion shows, and you'll see Casio products on the wrist of the world's best dressed. So how did a company known for making keyboards and calculators become one of the most iconic watch brands in the world? Behind the hype. Casio. When most people think of digital watches, a Casio product is the first thing that comes to mind. The Japanese company first decided to enter the watch business in the 1970s, when they realized the LSI technology they had cultivated while developing calculators could be used for even more. After all, watches simply add up seconds. Initially released in 1989, the F91W holds the record as the best-selling digital watch of all time. And with its instantly recognizable silhouette and practical functionality, it's become famous the world over. Some of the most famous Hollywood cameos include Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy, Jared Leto in the Marvel film Morbius, and Chris Pine in The Contractor. While other Casio watches have been worn by Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible series and Kevin Hart. But Casio fans are not limited to the silver screen. Even world leaders like Barack Obama and the Pope have been seen wearing classic Casio timepieces. Even one of the richest men in the world, Bill Gates, is a fan. The tech billionaire and philanthropist has been known to rock the Casio Sports MDV 1061A, commonly known as the Marlin. Casio's classic retro look has also made it a natural canvas for cultural icons as different as American heritage brand Pendleton and the mega-hit Netflix series Stranger Things. While the Casio-owned brand G-Shock has had high-profile collabs with streetwear faves like Bodega, Packer, Hidden NY, Beams, Billionaire Boys Club, and This Is Never That. In fact, G-Shock is so respected in hip-hop, the Wu-Tang Clan decked out one of their watches in the group's classic Killer Bees colorway to celebrate their 30th anniversary. But Casio is far more than just a watch company. Founded in 1946 by Tadao Casio, the company quickly made a name for itself by specializing in fabrication technology. Massive success and innovation soon followed, not only with their world-famous calculators, but inexpensive electronic instruments as well. In 1974, Casio released their first watch, the Casiotron. This digital timepiece furthered the company's reputation for innovation, as it was also the first watch to have a built-in automatic calendar. In 1977, the company released the retro-futuristic F100. The F100 was one of the first watches in the world to be made primarily out of resin, facilitating a new era of less expensive, mass-produced digital watches that were incredibly light on the wrist. And in 1980, Casio first dropped the C80, followed by the CA50, the first calculator-styled watches ever created and soon made famous by Michael J. Fox in the Back to the Future series. Another major development was the Janus AQ500, the first combination digital and analog watch. This was soon followed by the Janus Reed Sensor in 1983, the first ever watch to have built-in touchscreen capabilities. While one of the most famous Casio products ever was released the same year, the original G-Shock DW5000C. Casio's head of watch design, Kikuo Ibe, was inspired to create this timepiece after a beloved watch once given to him as a graduation gift fell and broke. He soon swore to create the first mass-produced, highly durable watch on the market. To be the product he envisioned, he set 3 important benchmarks. The watch would have to survive a 10-meter drop, withstand 10 atmospheres of water pressure, and needed a battery life of 10 years. The moniker G-Shock was then coined, inspired by the gravitational shock of a fall. This new watch then gave birth to a much bigger brand. G-Shock's chunky designs and bright colorways have made it the perfect canvas for everyone from cutting-edge streetwear brands like Stussy and Kith to world-famous artists like Takashi Murakami and Futura. But the innovations didn't stop there. In 1987, Casio added the MQ24, their first analog-only offering, while 1995 brought the retro-futuristic A168, an international style staple, famous for its 2 metallic options, gold and silver. A few years later, they introduced the WQV1, the first watch with a camera function. The WQV-1 was so revolutionary that even Paul McCartney was inspired to mention it. In 2023, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of G-Shock, CASIO released the one-of-a-kind limited edition 18-karat gold GD001. What makes the piece special is another first for the company: artificial intelligence. The watch went on to be auctioned for a winning bid of $405,000, including the buyer's premium, making it the most expensive G-Shock watch ever sold. And with the company's watchmaking division celebrating its 50th anniversary, they've even re-released a reimagined version of the CASIOtron in a limited edition of just 4,000 pieces. Over the past 5 decades, CASIO's watches have set new benchmarks for cutting-edge technology, durability, style, and affordability, proving that nothing beats innovation. Behind the hype, CASIO.